First to take his stand was the nominee for Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Charles Boahen. The most controversial issue that popped up was his alleged involvement in the issuance of government bonds between 2017 and 2020. He was quizzed on his company's role in the said activity.
Advisors for the International Capital Markets Program, which include the issuance of the Eurobond. In total, I think there were over 10 firms that were selected. But for the Eurobond issuance, even though they were shortlisted as one of the transaction advisors, they did not participate in the Eurobond issuance, and so therefore did not have any engagement or sign any engagement letter or were paid any fees or did any business with government.
The Bank of Ghana issued a notice to the general public, number BOG/FMD/2021/34, and they stated that the Ministry of Finance, for the record, the letter was signed on the 12th of May 2021, and according to the notice, the Ministry of Finance invited banks and non-banks to apply to be primary dealers and bond market specialists. Your firm applied and has been selected. So as you speak, your firm is one of the investment advisors to the Ministry of Finance. Is that not correct?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, that was what the whole discussion we're having. And the question was in relation to, prior to this, had we ever done business with government? That's when I said no. And this whole issue was what Adongo was referring to, which is what you said, which is the bond market specialist. So that was what we were discussing, and we're discussing whether there was a conflict of interest in the situation.
So are you implying that your company has not been functioning in this capacity with the ministry until this notice?
Exactly. This was the first time.
Another topical issue was the cost of protecting the citizenry against COVID-19.
COVID cost us directly about 21 billion. Of that amount, about 18 billion.
Hello, 21 billion what?
Cities, my apologies, Mr. Chairman. Of that amount, about 18 billion was funded or financed through borrowing. The rest came in as some grants. We took some money from the Stability Fund and so forth and so on. But we have to keep in mind that we also had incurred unexpected costs to resolve the financial sector and the energy sector. Financial sector, I believe, was also estimated about 21 billion. And so if you add that 21 billion to the 18, that puts you at about 39 billion. And then about another 12 billion we spent for the energy sector excess capacity payments.
The distraction of excavators and government's handling of illegal small-scale mining, as well as the impasse between the La Traditional Council and the military over disputed parcels of land around Burma Camp in Accra, were the highlights of the vetting of the Deputy Minister Designate for Lands and Natural Resources, Benito Owusu-Bio.
Yes, there were records of all meetings that were held at the ministry, and we went through that with the La Traditional Council also at the table. And we all agreed that yes, we did not come to a finality. And so there was need for more discussion. As we speak now, the minister has made me to chair that particular committee that is handling the issue.
Taking a stand, a Deputy Minister Designate for Local Government and Rural Development, O.B. Amah, sought to bring closure to some public-private partnership contract awarded some contractors during the first term of the Akufo-Addo government. Also appearing before the committee was a Deputy Minister Designate for Local Government, Augustine Collins Ntim.